Good morning class and warm welcome to again all of you in our accounting lecture. And today we are going to discuss about the generally accepted accounting principle. In short, it's called a GAAPs. Then what is account? Account is the one kind of language. Account is one kind of the language. One is a business language, which are also called a business language. What happened? Accounting is what doing? Account give information from some kind of the numerical data. In the numerical data, it is create as some kind of important information. Then previously what happened? Previously, before creating a joint stock company, there are different kind of the partnership, there are different kind of the sole proprietorship. Then in this business they should not give any information to publicly. Then they are the recording the data. They are the recording data, but this kind of the recording data is used by particular person only, then or particular owner only, not it is published for a general public. Then what happens? They are the recording data as their understood, as their comfort. Then because this data it interpret, it's we can say analyzed by oneself, and it is the understood by oneself. What happened? So they are the right data as their comfort. But in the joint stock company, there are the many parties are connected with a business. Then like shareholder, like other bankies, other creditor, debtors. Then all the parties are connected with a business. So what happens? So we should to write a account in a way so other people can also very well understood it. Then for this reason what happened? This reason every business, every owner, every organization should to follow some rules and regulation commonly. Why? Because if I publish my company's account and another person, another business, another organization also publish their account, but we are the following different rules. So how can third party understood it? How can they are understood, or how can they are remember the different rules, and how can they are compared with two parties, with two business? How they can compare it? So what happened? General accepted accounting principle gives some common principle, gives some common rules, which followed by all the company, which followed by all the organization. Then it's called a GAAP. It is the GAAP is the what happened? It is the base of accounting. All the accounting in the world are depend on a GAAPs, because all the organization should to follow their rules and regulation. So for this reason, the rules and regulation of all the organization is same. The method which are using is all the organization is same. The third party can remember only one rules, so they can understand easily a financial statement of all the organization, and they can compare it. Then it is a GAAPs. Then ગુજરાતીમાં જરાક સમજાવી દઉં ફટાફટ કે ગેપ્સ એટલે શું? એ ભાઈ પહેલા બધી કંપનીઓ, ખાનગી ને કંપનીઓ એટલે પોતાને જ બધું સમજવાનું, એટલે પોતાને સમજ પડે એ રીતે લખી નાખતા. પરંતુ જ્યારે કંપની આવી, જોઈન્ટ સ્ટોક કંપની આવી, તો શું થયું કે ભાઈ એની સાથે એના શેર હોલ્ડરો જોડાયેલા હોય, એના દેવાદાર, લેણદાર, બધી લોકો એનાથી જોડાયેલા હોય. હવે દરેક કંપની પોતાના મત મુજબ લખે તો બધા લોકો સમજશે કઈ રીતે? તો એના કારણે ગેપવાળાએ એક નિયમો આપ્યા કે જેનાથી શું થાય, બધી કંપનીને આ જ નિયમ ફોલો કરવાના. જેનાથી શું થાય કે એક જ નિયમથી થાય એટલે બધું વ્યવસ્થિત રીતે બેલેન્સ શીટ બને, એ બધા લોકો સમજી શકે, કેમ કે એક જ નિયમો હોય એટલે બધાને સેમ જે અહીંયા થતું એ બીજી કંપનીમાં થતું એ સમજી શકે, કમ્પેરિઝન કરી શકે. બાકી તમે અલગ અલગ રીતે પોતાનું એકાઉન્ટ બનાવો તો કમ્પેર કઈ રીતે કરવું, ક્યાં શું છે એ જ ખબર ના પડે. એના માટે શું થયું કે ભાઈ ગેપ્સવાળાએ પ્રિન્સિપલ આપ્યા, જે કેવા છે જનરલી એક્સેપ્ટેડ પ્રિન્સિપલ છે. ડન, સમજાણું બધાને કે વોટ ઇઝ ધ મિનિંગ ઓફ ગેપ્સ. નાવ વી વિલ મૂવિંગ ઓન અવર નેક્સ્ટ ટોપિક. સો અવર નેક્સ્ટ ટોપિક ઇઝ અકાઉન્ટિંગ concept and convention. Done. In this topic we are discussing different 13 points. So our first point is business entity concept. So in the accounting, a business entity concept means what? Okay, when we are the register a company, at that time what happened कि भाई जो company have their own status. Then when we are the going for a company, we are the going for a registration, at that time one artificial person is created, and is the person is whom? It is our company. So in the accounting, when we are doing some account, we are doing some auditing, at that time a shareholder, or we can say the owner, is totally separate from to a business, because business is running on the principle of accounting. Then so in the business, when we are doing accounting, so we should to separate both our owner and our business, both are separately. So for this reason the influence of owner cannot on the account. Then sometime what happened, our owner have some kind of the bias for other person, so he write down some wrong information about that, and what happened, so ultimately at the end of the year we get a wrong information. But in accounting we are follow a rules in that a owner and a business is totally different. Then ગુજરાતીમાં સમજાવી દઉં ફટાફટ. તો શું છે કે ભાઈ કંપની છે અને એના માલિકો છે, બંને વસ્તુ અલગ છે. જ્યારે કંપનીનું રજિસ્ટ્રેશન થાય ત્યારે કંપની એક કૃત્રિમ વ્યક્તિ તરીકે જનરેટ થઈ જાય છે, એટલે કે એનો ઓનર છે એ એનો માલિક ખરો, પરંતુ એ કંપની કરતાં જુદો છે. સમજાણું? એનું ઇન્ફ્લુઅન્સ કંપનીના રૂલ્સ અને રેગ્યુલેશન ઉપર ના ચાલે, એકાઉન્ટના રૂલ્સ અને રેગ્યુલેશન ઉપર ના ચાલે. સો બિઝનેસ એન્ટિટી concept. Second is the money measurement concept. In our first lecture of accounting, I already told you that accounting is recorded only and only which transaction. So account only noted or transaction or recorded a transaction which transaction is in a monetary form. Only a financial transaction, only monetary transaction are recorded by accounting. Then so second thing is what, only some transaction is the most important for our business, but they are not in the form of monetary, so we cannot record it. Like our senior sales manager or senior person of our company is retired, so the impact of this person's absence is directly come on our business, but we cannot record it. Why? Because this transaction is important for a business, but it is not in a monetary form, so we cannot record it. Understood? So second thing is what, only money measurement concept, only a transaction which we can measure in the money form, in the monetary form, this kind of the transaction we can only record it. Then ગુજરાતીમાં ફટાફટ કહી દો, ઓનલી ને ઓનલી નાણાકીય વ્યવહાર જ નોંધાય છે. ડન છે? જેની અંદર નાણાકીય વ્યવહાર ન હોય, રૂપિયાની લેવડ દેવડ થતી ન હોય, એવા ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન અકાઉન્ટની અંદર રેકોર્ડ થતા નથી. થર્ડ વન, going concern concept. Accounting, a business is a going concern concept. Then when we are the established of our company, at that time can we decided that after some time or after this and this year we will finish our business, we can settle down our we can say we are close our business. We can tell that? No, we can't tell that, because a concept of business, a concept of company is going concern. Then it is the indefinite. Then we cannot define it. So it is the indefinite. I give you an example. Reliance Industry. Who is the founder of Reliance Industry? So Dhirubhai Ambani is the founder of Reliance Industry. In a present day, Dhirubhai Ambani is not living, but Reliance Industry is living. Dhirubhai Ambani is not living, then he is dead. But Reliance Industry is not dead. It is running. Why? Because it is a going concern. If owner, we can say that another shareholder, any third party is left for a business, but impact of this person is not on the organization or business. Why? Because it is the going concern. Or death of owner, or absence of owner, or living of owner, it is the not impact on our business. It is the ongoing. Then it is the going concern. સમજાણું? શું કે ભાઈ ગોઈંગ કન્સર્ન, કંપનીનું આયુષ્ય નક્કી નથી, એની એજ નક્કી નથી. જ્યાં સુધી કંપનીને નુકસાન ન થાય, જ્યાં સુધી કંપનીનું દિવાળિયું ન નીકળે, ત્યાં સુધી કંપની છે એ ચાલુ જ રહેવાની છે. દેન છે એના શેર હોલ્ડર, એના માલિક, એના સંચાલકો એ બદલે છે, પરંતુ કંપનીના અસ્તિત્વમાં કંઈ પણ ફેર નથી પડતું. વાય? બિકોઝ વેન વી આર ધ રજિસ્ટર્ડ કંપની, it is a create a artificial person. દેન છે કૃત્રિમ વ્યક્તિનું સર્જન થાય છે. ડન? તો એને ઓન ગોઈંગ છે, એનું તમે આયુષ્ય નક્કી ના કરી શકો. દેન છે ધેન આફ્ટર કોસ્ટ કન્સેપ્ટ. In the accounting, there are two type of cost concept we are discussing. First concept is that when in our business we are doing some kind of the payment, then we are doing some kind of the cost for the purpose of the gaining in a future or in a present day. So we are noted it. We are the noted a cost. But we are in our account, we are the noted a cost, we are the noted a price of a present day. Then after some time or in a future, the value of this property or this asset it may be changed, it may be increased or decreased, but we cannot record it. For example, if we are the purchasing a building for a 1 lakh rupees, so in our balance sheet we write on our asset side it, then so we write in our asset side it 1 lakh rupees for a building. But after 1 year the valuation of building is increased. For example, it become a 2 lakh, but in our balance sheet we are the recording only and only 1 lakh. Maybe it happened that it is a decreased also, the valuation it goes down, it goes to 50,000. So what? But in our accounting we are recorded only 1 lakh. Second thing, some transaction, some cost, something we are the recorded when it is actually happened. Then even our goodwill, when we are the recorded our goodwill, when some kind of the payment come us, at that time we are recorded a goodwill. Then so what is the cost concept? So in accounting, when we are doing some payment, we are doing some cost, at that time of value which is the present, we are recorded in our account. Then છે cost concept એટલે જ્યારે જે ખર્ચો આપણે કરીએ છીએ ત્યારે તેને આપણે નોટ કરી લઈએ છીએ આપણા અકાઉન્ટની અંદર, પરંતુ એ વસ્તુ એ અસેટ આપણે ખરીદી છે એની પ્રાઇસની અંદર ઇન્ક્રીઝ ડિક્રીઝ જે થાય છે એ આપણે રેકોર્ડ કરતા નથી અકાઉન્ટની અંદર. ધેન આફ્ટર રિયલાઇઝેશન કન્સેપ્ટ. In accounting, we are noted only and only realization transaction. For example, I explained this topic with one example. If we have some order of sales, then some third party give us a order for a sales. He want to purchase our good, but they are only give us to a order. So what happened? So we are right in our transaction, we are the right in our record book, but we are not giving a entry in our account. Why? Because only and only which transaction we are recorded, this transaction is happened, or which transaction it is in a real form. Then, so this reason accounting recorded only realization transaction. Why? Because sometimes what happened, the owners create or owners mislead to account. If owner want to create a profit in our business, so what happened? So they are the recorded only or recorded a transaction which are not in the realization, or only कहीं ना कि जे खाली ऑर्डर आपेला हो एवा ट्रांजेक्शन ने रेकॉर्ड करी नाखशे, एवा पण ट्रांजेक्शन ने શું કરી નાખશે, રેકોર્ડ કરશે. So what happened? So this transaction impact on our account, on a profit and loss side, it is the increase our profit. Then so a owner is misleaded. So for this reason, for this purpose के owner cannot mislead to account, only and only realization concept or realization transaction are recorded. Then ગુજરાતીમાં સમજાવી દઉં, એવા ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન રેકોર્ડ થશે કે જે રિયલમાં થયા હોય. ડન છે, કોઈનું આપણને ઓર્ડર આવ્યું, તે ઓર્ડર આપણે રેકોર્ડ કરી લેશું, નોંધી લેશું, પરંતુ એકાઉન્ટની અંદર એન્ટ્રી નહીં આવે કે ભાઈ ચાલો આનો સેલ્સની અંદર એન્ટ્રી નહીં આવે કે આ ઓર્ડર આવ્યો છે. જ્યારે એ રિયલમાં હેપન થશે ત્યારે જ એ રેકોર્ડ થશે, ત્યારે જ એ અકાઉન્ટની અંદર એની એન્ટ્રી થશે. ધેન આફ્ટર accrual concept. What is the meaning of accrual concept in accounting? As I told you in the realization concept, in accounting all the transactions are recorded which are accrued, which are happened. For example, if I am sell a product to you of 5,000 rupees, so I should to record it because I sell it to you, I deliver it to you. If I deliver a product to you, so I should to record it in our account because our transaction is happened, we are the deliver a good. So this transaction is accrued, this transaction is happened. But if you are the giving, if you are give a money, so I write into a cash entry. Or if you are not give to us, so I write you in our debtor side. But I should to record it. Why? Because this transaction is happened, it is the accrued. So all the accrual concept, all the transaction which happen, so I should to write it. Then કોઈ પણ ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન થયું હોય તો આપણે એને રાઇટ કરવાનું. મેં તમને માલ વેચી દીધો, ભલે તમે મને પૈસા આપ્યા કે ન આપ્યા, પણ માલ આપણું ડિલિવર થઈ ગયું છે તો એને રેકોર્ડ કરી લ્યો. એક ઘટના બની ગઈ છે, સો અત્યારે મારે એને રેકોર્ડ કરવાનું છે. ભલે તમે મને પૈસા ફ્યુચરમાં આપો, બટ એને અત્યારે ઘટના થઈ છે એટલે મારે એને રેકોર્ડ તો કરવું પડે. ધેન આફ્ટર મેચિંગ કન્સેપ્ટ. ઇન ધી અકાઉન્ટ we are using the double entry system. Every account have a two effect. One is the debit, one is the credit. So for this reason, after a complete a year, we can match it. We can match it. If all the company have one aim, what is to create a profit. So for the creation of profit, they are doing some kind of the cost. So after end of the year, they are the measuring, they are the matching a cost and profit. How much we are the costing for getting a profit, and after a complete a year, how much we get a profit. So what we are doing? So we are the matching it. Then not only we are the thinking ke bhai, if for example I give you an example ke if we are the purchasing a raw material of 1 lakh rupees and a processing charge, a manufacturing charge is 50,000, and after a selling a product we got a 2 lakh. So we cannot tell that we got a 2 lakh profit. We are the matching it. What is our profit? What is our sales? 2 lakh is our sales. What is our cost? 1.5 lakh is our cost. So our profit is 50,000. Then so we should to match it. Cost and profit we should to match it. Then એટલે આપણે કોસ્ટનું ને પ્રોફિટનું દરેક વસ્તુનું મેચ કરશું. ડબલ એન્ટ્રી થાય છે આપણે એટલા માટે જ દેન છે કે આપણે એને મેચ કરી શકીએ. બરોબર છે. તમે એક વસ્તુને બનાવવામાં તમને 1.5 લાખ વયા ગયા ને તમે તેને વેચો 2 લાખમાં તો તમને 50,000 નફો થાય. તમે એવું ન કહી શકો કે મને 2 લાખ રૂપિયા નફો થયો. એ આપણે કોસ્ટ સાથે એને મેચ કરવું પડે છે. ધેન આફ્ટર periodicity concept in the account, every account should to prepare a periodically. After a period of time is decided by particular company as their rules and regulation, but after complete a period we should to close it, we should to declare it for a public. All the transactions are periodically recorded. Generally in every transaction, in each and every country, each and every business, accounting is started at 1st April and closed at 31st March. So 31st March we are the close it, we are the preparing a final account. Then after a 1 year ago, same thing, same activity happened periodically. Then so in accounting we should to follow a periodically concept. then એક પીરિયડ નક્કી કરે કંપની, એ પ્રમાણે આપણે એ પિરિયોડિકલી આપણે અકાઉન્ટ બનાવવા પડે. એવું ન હોય કે ચાલો અત્યારે આપણે એકાઉન્ટ બનાવવાનું ચાલુ કર્યું, 5 વર્ષ પછી એને ક્લોઝ કરશું, એવું ના હોય. એક પીરિયડ હોય, એ પીરિયડ મુજબ તમારે એકાઉન્ટિંગ બનાવતું રહેવું પડતું હોય છે. ડન છે. આગળ જોઈએ. સો અવર નેક્સ્ટ ટોપિક ઇઝ ડ્યુઅલ એસ્પેક્ટ કન્સેપ્ટ. In our accounting, when we are the recorded any transaction, we are give a 2 entry of each transaction. One is the debit and one is the credit. In any transaction, if any transaction we are the doing at that time, we are the giving 2 entry. One is the debit side and one is the credit side. Why? Because in this entry we get a accuracy. A problem of error in accounting is probably less. So what happened? So we are giving a dual entry of each and every transaction. So in accounting, I give you an example. I think you all are very well aware about the word asset, capital and liability. So first of all, what is the meaning of asset? Asset means what? If you are the paying something for a purpose or get a revenue or get a profit, it's called a asset. All the things like building, machinery, all the things, different kind of payment, it is a asset. So asset is equal to what? Asset is equal to our capital plus our liability. What is the meaning of our capital? So our capital means a owner borrow some money in a business, it's called a capital, and it is a liability of business also. Because why? Because in accounting, owner and a business both are different things. We are considered both are separate. So a money which borrowed by we can say the owner, it's come into our liability. We should to pay them. We means business should to, companies should to pay them. So asset is equal to capital plus liability. Liability means what? Ke anything we should to pay a third party. We should to pay a third party is come into our liability. Now, if I give you one transaction, ke if a owner borrow of 50,000 in our business, so in our balance sheet, what happened? In our balance sheet we write a liability side capital 50,000 and on asset side cash 50,000. Why we are doing this entry? We are doing the dual entry. In a liability side, capital 50,000 means it should to pay. We should to pay to our owner it 50,000, and it is in asset side. A cash is equal to 50,000. We have a 50,000 on our hand. Done. So for this reason, in our accounting, we are doing a dual aspect concept. We are doing a dual entry. ડન છે. દરેક અકાઉન્ટના બે એન્ટ્રી થાય છે, એક ડેબિટ સાઇડ અને એક ક્રેડિટ સાઇડ. બંનેની સાઇડ શું રાખીએ છીએ આપણે? ઇક્વલ રાખીએ છીએ, જેથી જે એરર, જે ભૂલું થવાની સંભાવના છે શું થતી હોય છે? ઘટી જાય છે. ધેન આફ્ટર consistency concept. In accounting, a method, a principle use a consistency. We cannot change it every year. Then for example, if we are making an inventory management, we are using different kind of the method, LIFO, FIFO. So we should to prepare it consistency. In first year we are using a LIFO method. In the second year we are using a FIFO method. So it is create a problem for us. If you are using first year LIFO method, so in the second year we are again using a LIFO method. Understand? So we should to follow consistency. If we are changing the method, so how we can prepare account? We get a error in our account. So we should to follow a consistency. ડન છે. આપણે એક કન્સિસ્ટન્સી રાબેતા મુજબ ફોલો કરવું છે. આ વર્ષ અલગ નિયમ, આવતા વર્ષે કંઈક બીજા નિયમ, એ મુજબ ન ચાલે. જે પહેલા વર્ષે નિયમ યુઝ કર્યા, સેકન્ડ યર પણ એ જ નિયમ યુઝ કરવા પડે છે. ધેન આફ્ટર conservatism concept. In our accounting we are using conservatism, જે ગુજરાતીમાં કહે ને રૂઢિચુસ્ત. then એ રૂલ્સ ફોલો કરીએ છીએ. In accounting is some profit will happen in a future, so we cannot note in our account, but some loss happened in our future, so we should to write in our account. Understand? Because if a profit will happen in a future and some kind of the uncertainty happen, so it is a impact on our business. ડન છે. ફ્યુચરમાં તો પ્રોફિટ થવાનું છે, આપણે નોટ કરી લીધું ને ન થયું તો ઇટ ઇઝ ક્રિએટેડ ફોર અ બિઝનેસ. રોંગ આન્સર આપશે, રોંગ ડેટા મળશે આપણને. બટ આ લોસ તમે રેકોર્ડ કરી લીધો તો એ ચાલે, એનો પ્રોબ્લેમ નથી. વાય? બિકોઝ કે 5,000નો કે 10,000નો તમને એવું લાગે છે કે લોસ થવાનું છે, પછી જો લોસ ન થાય તો કંઈ પ્રોબ્લેમ નથી આવતો એકાઉન્ટમાં, બિકોઝ યુ આર ઇન અ પ્રોફિટ. પરંતુ જો લોસ થવાનું છે ને તમે નોટ ન કરો તો એ ડેટા છે એ રિપ્રેઝન્ટ ખોટા કરશે. કેમ કે તમે પ્રોફિટ બતાવ્યું 50,000 ને લોસ સામે 50,000 થવાનું છે, તમને ખબર છે, તો એ પછી પ્રોફિટ તમે જે 50,000 બતાવ્યું છે એ તો થવાનો નથી. જે રોંગ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન આવવાની છે. ડન છે. Then after materiality concept, our accounting only and only recorded a materiality transaction which is important for our business. Then only monetary transaction are recorded in our accountant. Then so our accounting should follow a principle to record a materiality, or we can say that important for our business is only and only recorded. Now our last point is disclosure. In accounting, every year after a complete when we are completing accounting, we should to disclose each and every accounting. We cannot bias from this account. We should to disclose for a public also. then we cannot we can say the continue it at a some time, at a some period, as in a periodical point. I told you, okay, at the some period of time we should to disclose it, we should to close it and create a new account. Then we are the borrowing this balance to in new entry, new account. Then so we should to in our account at the period after the complete of period of time, we should to what happen, we should to disclose it. Then and without bias, we cannot doing a bias in the disclosing of a account. Then so I hope you all are very well understood about this term, and you are also very well understood about what is a meaning of gaps. Then this question is the very important for you, because in a previous year exam this question was already asked. Then in the year 2019 paper, our university asked this question. This is a first question in your previous year question paper. So please read it very well, prepare it very well. Then I hope you all are enjoyed it, you all are very well understood this all the concept. In our next lecture we will meet with our next topic. Then ત્યાં સુધી રીડિંગ કરતા રહ્યો, પ્રિપરેશન કરતા રહ્યો. જય હિન્દ, જય ભારત, થેન્ક યુ.